best. They also learn to fight for it. Quite very cool. And they would then take buckets of water here in the corner. Some of our old breeding sets.
Trapped inside a burning aircraft by one of the removers, those firefighters had to do amputations using some very basic hand tools to free the person from the wreckage and drag them clear.
That is sentimental, but it's nice to see them still all working. So the quite good vehicle that's for sale now, just like
one of the greatest when a member of the public walks in for the first time. And I have to say, the first reaction is normally, wow. And the RAF in particular still has military serving firefighters. Within the collection, we have the largest display of fire memorabilia in the country, and probably the largest collection of not just military fire engines. We also have civilian fire engines as well. We get donated. The military has its own fire service, and the RAF in particular. Within the collection, we have the largest display of fire memorabilia in the country, and probably the largest collection of not just military fire engines. We also have civilian fire engines. RAF fire engine that we have in the collection is 1943. This vehicle is a very rare example of a brought into production in 1943, one of only 3 survivors in the world. What makes it even more special is that it actually went
60-foot turntable ladder. Most commonly used around London and the Blitz, most famous for. There wasn't too many of them built, so that's the 16 in service during that time. You have a crew of 5, 3 in the back and 2 in the front. We've been restoring this over the last 45 years, and it's one of the unique few that are left in preservation.
So they would be pumping
Out the branch pipe,
and they would go just toward the fire.
because they didn't have just throw buckets. You only got maybe a third of the bucket.
Very cool.
And so 1725 a piece. But this took 50 men to pump.
Oh my goodness, so much larger.
This arm would pop out or drop down on the front and the back. 12 guys on top, 13 on the bottom.
Oh wow.
This long arm drops into this receiver right here, the short arm into that receiver, and then 50 men would pump it up and down like that.
Oh wow.
And it was made for the city, which had very narrow streets, which is why it kind of has that transformer look and it folds up.
That's very
So
cool.
they could pull it down the city street. It was originally hand pulled, but they were wore out by the time they got there, so they converted it to horse-drawn.
Very cool. Thank you. As you can see, oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. Just the ability for them to put together such intricate design work and then very beautiful. And this is actually part of the parade carriage row. So this one was from 1889, and you can see here all of these nice, only as parade vehicles. But look at how amazing that they are. He was previously really big ladder trucks here. Now, the cool